Okay, family, I'm back at it again with another quick Create Studio 3 tutorial. Last time I showed you guys how you can actually open the door and come out of a place as if you're coming out of your home or a business or things like that. But now in this video here, I want you guys to see how you can actually play soccer or football, whatever you call it, in whatever part of the world you live in. So let me go back to this animation real quick. Hopefully you caught that in the background. I want to zoom in. As usual, we want to make sure that we're doing things really precise and accurate, right? So we just going to jump right in. We're going to get right to the action. So let me pull the cursor up right here to where we want to focus. Now, we want to really focus on our character that's right here. I have a section over here to the left that we're going to be using so that you can get this scene right here done. But what I want you to see is the animation up close so you can see what is actually happening. Now, I want you to see on the timeline, we have our character. So we have Danny, and Danny is in the position of juggling a football. So, as they say in this one, it says football, but this is a soccer ball. Like I said, depending on what part of the world you live in, soccer, football, you know. So, we have our character. He's juggling the football. So, he's kicking the football with his feet up and down, as you can see. And we want to make sure that we're playing a nice fun game of soccer or football, right? So we don't just want our character to be playing with the football, kicking it up in the air, and that be it. We want them to actually kick the ball. Now, if we add another character in here, we might have a fun and exciting game where they can go back and forth. But for right now, we're just going to stick with this one character. And we're going to need a couple of pictures. And I'm going to show you how to actually get those pictures. So let's see. Once when we get to this first section here, it goes from Danny just kicking the football to now Danny has actually kicked the football and the football is bouncing. So the football is bouncing, which is this one picture right here. Now, this one picture is going to do multiple things for us, and I'm going to show you which picture this actually is. So this right here, you're going to find in a section called Giphy. So if you look at the top of your application, your Create Studio 3 app, to the top left, you'll see media. And if you're on media, then you want to go down to right next to where it say Pixabay. Right next to that, it says Giphy. So in that section, you want to actually search for ball, B-A-L-L. Now, in this section, they have a few different balls. So we want to make sure that we're picking the right balls. So for one, we want this one right here, which is the ball bouncing. And this is another one that has it bouncing. It might just be doing smaller bounces, but I believe we actually downloaded this one right here. And we also have this ball right here, which is just the ball spinning because we want to have a full animation where we have the ball bouncing. And then once when it starts to come to a rest, it starts spinning, right? Just like a normal ball would do. So we want to make sure that we import these two balls right here, and they're going to end up in our media section. So I downloaded mines, right? And I renamed them. So I want to make sure that you guys have everything organized. So in the section where your media is, you can actually rename your items. So I want you to highlight your item, right click on it, press rename so that you can go in and change the name so you know which ball you're working with. So this one is called the bouncing ball because it's for our bouncing animation, which as you can see, it bounces. And then we have the rolling ball. This one right here, of course, rolling ball because we want the rolling ball. And then we have our last ball, which is the still ball because we want our ball to come to a complete rest stop. Now, the still ball isn't in the same place that I found the Giphy because those are all animated balls that's going to be spinning or doing something, right? So we want one at rest. So that one is actually going to be in the Pixabay section. So once when I clicked on Pixabay, it actually shows a list of balls. And right here, you can see different ones. And I believe I downloaded this one right here. It's a still ball at rest. Now, Pexels in that section, it doesn't look like it's any of the type of balls that we want. Matter of fact, this is the same one, but it has the background, and we need the background to be removed. So as you can see, this background is removed. It has the green screen background. So that's the one we want. Now that we have our media set, right? Let's go back to this particular ball right here, the bouncing ball. And I'm going to bring another one of these bouncing balls into the scene so you can see exactly how valuable and how you can actually use this one animation to do multiple things with. So as you can see, when we bring that bouncing ball into the scene, it doesn't look exactly the same size as that one. So of course, we're going to make the adjustment. We're going to make the ball smaller so that it equals the size of the current ball that we're actually using, right? Because we want everything to be uniform to look as realistic as possible. So we're going to just scroll those down. And of course, when you're manipulating the camera, you want to make sure that, you got your scroll on point. So you got to know where to click at or where to highlight on the screen in order to get your position of your palette to fall into place. So we want to just highlight, let's say right over here. It's going to zoom in right there, right? That brings it down there, but no, we want to do this right here so that we can start to zoom in on our actual point of reference. So like right here. So as we do that, and I'm gonna do another video showing you guys how to really manipulate the scroll feature, to scroll in and out, because you're gonna be using that a lot with creating videos. But for now, we're just gonna focus on what we're working on. So we have the ball, right? We've scaled it down so that it's equal in size to the ball that we're working with, because we want everything to look good. But I just wanted you guys to see this full animation of this one item so you can see exactly what it looks like in full total in its full capacity, how the full animation go, right? So as you can see, starting off, it bounces just like that one does. But as you can see, when that one goes up there, that one comes down, right? Because that's the start of this new animation. But this is how it actually looks if you look at this one up here. It bounces as if it's bouncing off of walls. So it's going from left to right, it's bouncing, and it keeps going, right? So that's very valuable. We can use this for all types of things. So as you can see, the ball is bouncing in every which direction. So what we want to do is use this to our benefit. We want to use this to help us in our animation. So as you can see, I have these two lined up at the same points so you can see where the animations are kind of lined up. So now you can see what I did, so you can reference that. So when I got the ball to go up to right here, I clipped it, put a cut right there, press cut, and that actually cuts the scene. Then what I did was, since I want the ball to come back down like that, we need to find a position in this one here that looks like it's coming down like that, right? To make the scene work. So where do you think I cut it at? So if you're looking right here, I like right here where this is at right here, right? This is high up and it's coming down. So once we get it right there, we want to put another cut scene right there, right? We want to cut that, and then we want to delete this section. And now we want to bring this all the way back over here, back even with this one right here, for example, right? So that we have the scene and it looks like it's doing the same thing. It's coming down. So as you can see, the ball is coming down, but we want to make sure that everything lines up because we want our scene to look like that, where the ball is doing the same thing. So when it gets up here, When it gets to the top, we want to see where exactly our ball is, which is right here. We want this section right here, this one, to start right there. So what we want to do is just move it over, and then we just going to take this section right here, and for reference, we want to remember where at in the scene did this ball end. So right here. So as you can see, we damn near perfect. We damn near perfect. As you can see, the transition, it goes up and over, boom, it starts to bounce. And then of course, when it starts to bounce and start to come to its rest, we want it to do what it's doing, which is a little roll. We want it to do a little roll, right? So let's zoom out so we can see this section here. So as you can see on this one right here, the bounce, it comes down. Then we got the little bounce, which is this right here. So the bouncing, well, still part of the bouncing ball, right? So we use the bouncing ball, this section right here, for 3 animations actually. And then the last one is the roll. Is the rolling one, which if you see this one at the bottom, ball is doing a little roll, which is this one right here. So we just swapped out, we cut this ball off. When it got down to the bottom, let's say right about there, right? And then we start the rolling process. So we're just cutting and pasting, and making sure that we're using our timeline to zoom in and out to make sure, just like we showed you in the video for the transitions and things like that, make sure that you're zooming in so that the transitions are seamless as possible, so that it doesn't look like there's 2 balls bouncing or anything is overlapping, so that everything fuses together. So as you can see, we can scroll down and zoom in and show within a second. So we can do as much as probably a 10th of a or 20th of a second, which is faster than the eye can actually see. And that makes your transitions as seamless as possible. So that's how you can actually create a scene where you're playing a game of soccer or whatever it is, whatever sport, and then we bring our ball to a rest. So our ball is at a rest, it's stopped, and we could have just put the still ball down. I didn't put the still one down, but our ball has come to a stop, and now we have a realistic scene where we have our character in the middle of the street playing soccer, and we have our other character that's coming out of his home, which he left his door open, or he came out of somebody's house, right? Came out of somewhere, and he's going over to his car and got the kid in the street playing. So with that, I hope you guys have learned something very valuable on how to actually create, really good animated scenes with Create Studio. And that's just by being creative and using the tools that are available. So if you're interested in learning more and actually using Create Studio yourself, they have an awesome deal going on right now. It's a lifetime, one-time fee of $67 that will give you unlimited access to everything that I have here. You'll be able to create an unlimited amount of content, so you don't have to worry about being capped at a certain amount of creations and things like that. You can do as much as you want. And, you have access already pre-built in here where you can find different assets to bring into your, your creation. Create whatever it is that you want. So with that, if you're interested, comment ready. I'll send you the exclusive link so you can get started, and my exclusive bonus bundle where you'll have some backgrounds and some scripts, scripts that you can use to create your own stories. I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next Create Studio 3 tutorial.
Okay team, we've got our biggest client pitch in 2 hours. Jordan, please tell me you have something to show them.
Don't worry, I'm putting the finishing touches on it right now. It's going to blow their minds.
Last time you said that, we ended up with a T-Rex that kept eating the intern.
It was a metaphor for corporate consumption.
You almost got sued.
But we didn't.
Please, no metaphors this time. Just a simple, marketable character for our client's new sports brand. Think, I don't know, a friendly basketball with eyes. Simple.
Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't just animation. This is innovation. Rendered reality doesn't make characters. We make legends.
Guys, we have a situation here.
What's the situation, Rookie?
I think I accidentally gave him a little too much personality.
Tony, what did you do?
It was an accident. I was just adjusting the AI settings and, boom, he started doing this.
Oh shit.
Damn.
From the city lights to the computer screen, chasing dreams unseen, gotta build my team. 3D animations, that's the new hustle. Stacking up skills, flexing mental muscle.
Welcome to Animated Life. Creators welcome.